Hi, project management. Project management is not only for who are holding engineering degrees or they are planning to work in one of the construction projects, and that's the misconception about the project management. Project management can be for anybody, for anyone who has a project to fulfill, either within his department or within his organization or even in your personal life. The purpose of the project management definition is the knowledge, applications, tools, and techniques required in order to complete the project. Why we need to complete the project? We need to complete the project in order to fulfill our goals or to achieve our objectives. In today's video, we're not going to talk about how we're going to achieve the goals or how we're going to set our goals. We're going to talk mainly about SMART objectives. What does it mean and how we are supposed to be achieving it? So stay with us.
SMART objectives. The word SMART, it's a measuring or a parameters that we'd like to meet in order to have SMART objectives. And it's an acronym. If you spell it out, it will be S, M, A, R, and T. Each letter stands for a word. S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for realistic, and T for time bounding. Let's start with the first word, which is specific. How to be specific and what does it mean specific?
Specific. Most of the time when we ask people what does it mean specific or how should I or can be specific, they will tell you, come on, it's specific. It's that much. You have to be concise, straightforward to the point. How? The question is how I can be specific. What is the tool that I'll be using in order to be specific? On the other hand, let's say if somebody is telling me something, how I will know that he is specific.
Therefore, in order to be specific, you need, when you are setting your goals, you need to answer the 5W questions. What are the 5W questions? What? As an example, I would like to earn my PMP certification. Why? To apply for a promotion. Where? You can mention a country. You can mention the position itself that you're looking for. When? This year, the remaining of 2020. And definitely you need to use one of them, who or whom. If you are planning for yourself, it will be I. And if you're planning for someone else, you need to spell their name out. So after the word specific or after the first parameter specific, this is how the goal will look like. This year, in 2020, I want to earn my PMP certificate to apply for advanced opening position as the head of the finance department. So this is going to be a specific goal after I have answered my 5W questions. After you know what is specific, now it's time to know what does it mean, the M, the measurable. Measurable, it means to set a milestones to measure how close you are from achieving your goal. In another word, you need to phase your goal. So let's take an example, which is the PMP certification and how to be phased. These are the phases that I have to complete in order to earn my PMP certificate. First of all, I need to register to PMI, earn 35 PDUs, prepare for the exam, and definitely set the exam and for sure to pass. So if we look into the goal now, after it's been S'd and M'd, it will be this year, 2020, I want to earn my PMP certificate to apply for an advanced opening position as a head of the finance department to be finished as following: register to PMI by August 2020, earn my 35 PDUs by September 2020, prepare for the exam by October 2020, and set for the exam and pass it by November 2020. And now we will go and see how it will go further regarding the other letter. Achievable. Most of the time when we ask what is an achievable goal, the answer comes, should not be impossible. I'll dare you to find something impossible and send it to me. There's nothing in this word impossible. There is nothing in this word is impossible. But there are capabilities and limits that we can apply or we can use in order to achieve our goals. Therefore, when we are planning a SMART objective and would like to plan it to be achievable, we have to think about our capabilities and what are the limits that we can provide in order to take the right decisions and have the right investment for our objective. As an example, I would be achievable, attend day or night. You have to see where you can or how you can spare time for the training. Select a language, Arabic or English or any other languages, how much money I can invest. So most of the time you'll see that achievable is related to the time that I can offer, to the knowledge that I have, as well as to the money that I can invest or I can spare or I can save in order to invest my money. So how the goal will look like after we asset and emit and A it. This year, 2020, I want to earn my PMP certificate in order to have an advanced position as a head of the finance department, and will be finished within this milestones that I have planned for myself. By August 2020, it's going to be free and I can do it anytime. The 35 PDUs by September, I can attend only night classes and I can invest $1,500 for that purpose. Prepare for the exam by October. Take unpaid vacation. I cannot do it unless I take unpaid vacation. Set the exam and pass it for sure by November 2020. I'll be doing it on weekend and I will invest $500 for that purpose. So see, that goal is getting more advanced and more advanced by the time I'm planning it according to the SMART objectives principle. R, that stands for realistic. How to be realistic when I'm planning my objectives or planning my goals? It has to be acceptable within the rules, the regulation, within the tradition, within the culture. As an example for that, PMP is required for the promotion. PMP is approved by the organization. Then my goal is a SMART goal because it is meeting the rules, the regulation, the tradition, and the culture as well. The SMART goal sounds after S, M, A, and R this year, as we said, and we have added an additional subject over here. Since it is a main post requirement, I will be applying for the PMP, for the promotion. Since it is a main post requirement, that is a SMART objective because it is realistic. It is related to what I need to do exactly. The time bounding. Now we finished the S, the M, the A, the R, and the T. Right now we're talking about the time bounding. It's not about setting time. We have already set the time for that. We said we're going to do that in August, in October, in November, in December. So we have said it already when we said when we will do that in order to be specific. So what is the time bounding? The time bounding, it is assigning or setting for yourself a lower and upper limits. Less than that, it is impossible. More than that, it is very difficult to be achieved. So we call these the uppers and lower limits. This will give you more accurate and flexible plan targets. It's not rigid, it's flexible. So it will look like this. I will register to PMI by August to September 2020. Free and anytime I can do it. Earn 35 PDUs by September to October. Evening or night class. Evening, it means something like between 5 to 8, 7. Night class could be later than that. And I can be investing from $1,000 to $2,000. Prepare for the exam by October to November. Set the exam and pass it for sure from November to December, and I'll be doing that weekends, and I can invest between $500 to $800. That's what we call it a time bounding. It will give more flexibility, more accurate to your planned targets. Hopefully, when we go further in the training program and in additional tutorials, I'm going to tell you how you can determine your lower and upper limits when it comes to time and when it comes to the money. So how the goal will look like after it has been smarted. This year, 2020, I want to earn my PMP certificate to apply for advanced opening position as a head of finance departments, since it is a main post requirement and it has to be finished according to the following milestones. Register to PMI between August to September, and it's going to be free and I can do it anytime. Earn 35 PDUs between September and October. It could be an evening or night class, and I can invest between $1,000 to $1,500 to $2,000. Prepare for the exam between October and November, and I have to take unpaid vacation. Set the exam and pass it between November to December. It will be during the weekends, and I can invest $500 to $800.
This is what SMART goals look like. It is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic or relevant, and time bounding. By having your SMART goals, you will achieve them. But that doesn't mean that for sure you will achieve them. What happens is that you are improving your chances to fulfill your goals. You have more potential to successfully complete your goals from those who doesn't have SMART goals. They just have SMART goals in their life. Finally, to know more about us and how we can help you to achieve your PMP or to improve your skills, you can follow the links that you will see below this video. If you like what you heard from our side, subscribe and like to hear more about our tutorials in the future.